The hands are already holding him down before the blade is visible. His legs are forced apart, bound at the knees, the wood beneath him rough and splintered against his back. The air smells of oil, sweat, and something older that clings to the stone walls. His breath comes in short bursts, uneven, as if the body has already understood what the mind refuses to accept. The assistant presses harder when the body resists, fingers digging into muscle, forcing stillness where there is none. The surgeon does not speak. There is no ceremony to this moment, no prayer that lingers long enough to matter. Only the weight of the hand, the positioning of flesh, the quiet adjustment of iron in the dim light. Somewhere beyond the room, life continues, carts rolling over uneven streets, voices passing through markets. But here the world has narrowed to a single point, a place where pain is about to be opened. The blade touches skin. It does not hesitate. The cut is deliberate, low and precise, made in a place the body instinctively tries to protect. The reaction is immediate, violent, the spine arching, the breath breaking into something raw and uncontrolled. Hands tighten, wood creaks, and the assistant leans his full weight forward to counter the movement. The surgeon adjusts, not to comfort, but to maintain access. Blood follows quickly, darker than expected. It gathers in the hollow beneath him, spreading into the grain of the table, disappearing into old stains that suggest this is not the first time, nor the worst. The surgeon works through it, fingers pressing, widening, searching with a familiarity that comes from repetition rather than care. There is no pause for the body to recover, no space for the mind to escape. Only pressure. The instrument enters where the blade has opened the way. Cold metal replaces air, forcing deeper, guided by touch alone. The patient's breath fractures into gasps that cannot form words, the kind of sound that carries no meaning, only existence. The assistant shifts again, one hand now bracing the chest, feeling the ribs strain against restraint. In certain courts of France, it was said that lithotomy was performed before audiences, a demonstration of skill, of courage, of necessity. Some accounts describe nobles watching from a distance, measuring the surgeon's hand not by compassion, but by speed. Whether these gatherings were as common as claimed is uncertain, but the procedure itself traveled widely, from Paris to Bologna, from small village rooms to the chambers of those who could afford survival. What cannot be disputed is the way the body reacted. The search inside him becomes more aggressive. The surgeon's hand moves with increasing force, probing, pressing against something unseen but deeply felt. The bladder resists, the body contracts around intrusion, but the technique demands persistence. The goal is not subtlety, but extraction. The stone must be found, must be removed, no matter how the body responds. A sound escapes him that does not resemble anything human. Then resistance. The instrument catches against something solid, something that does not belong. The surgeon pauses not in hesitation, but in recognition. Fingers adjust, grip changes. Angle shifts slightly to secure the object hidden within. There is a moment, brief but absolute, where everything holds. Then the pull begins. It is not clean. The body resists the removal as violently as it resisted the entry. Tissue stretches, pressure builds, and the space that was forced open now threatens to tear further. The assistant presses down harder, forearms trembling with the effort to contain what cannot be contained. The patient's vision blurs, not from mercy, but from overload, the senses collapsing into something narrower, darker. The stone emerges, small, jagged, stained. For a moment, it seems insignificant. It is placed into the bowl without ceremony, joining others that have been taken before, each one a silent record of pain endured. In some regions of the Holy Roman Empire, these stones were kept as proof of the surgeon's success, displayed to future patients as reassurance. In other accounts, families carried them away, as if removing the object could somehow contain the memory of the act itself. Whispers spread that certain surgeons could predict the size of the stone by the sound of the patient's cry. Some claimed they needed no instruments at all, only their hands guided by instinct. Yet many believe these stories grew in the telling, shaped by fear and desperation rather than evidence. What remains undeniable is the aftermath. The bleeding does not stop. It slows, then returns, then slows again, as if the body cannot decide whether to survive. Cloth is pressed against the wound, replaced, pressed again, each layer absorbing what the last could not. The surgeon steps back only when the immediate task is complete, leaving the rest to time or to whatever strength the body has left. There are no guarantees. In the streets of London, records would later note men who survived the cut, only to die days later from fever that crept in silently. In Italian cities, surgeons refined their methods, adjusting angles, shortening time, attempting to outrun the limits of the body. Each variation carried the same truth, that survival was not decided at the moment of extraction, but in the slow hours that followed. The room empties slowly. The assistant releases his grip last, hands marked by the effort, fingers stiff. The patient lies still, not from peace, but from exhaustion so complete it resembles absence. The bowl remains where it was placed, the stone inside catching the dim light, an object that once lived within a body, now separate, now meaningless. Outside, nothing has changed. Days pass. The wound closes or it does not. Fever rises or it does not. In some cases, the man walks again, carrying the memory as something private, something that does not leave the body even when the stone is gone. In others, the bed becomes the final place, the cut remembered not as relief, but as the last act performed upon him. In certain regions, the procedure gains reputation. Surgeons traveling from town to town, their tools wrapped carefully, their names spreading ahead of them. Trust forms slowly, built on survival rates whispered between families, between those who have seen both outcomes. And still, the table waits. The wood darkens over time, absorbing what cannot be washed away. Each mark, each stain, a record that is never written, only used again. The instruments are cleaned, but never truly cleared of what they have done. They carry a history that cannot be spoken, only repeated. Some say the worst part was never the cut itself. It was the waiting before it. The moment when the body is still whole, when the future has not yet been forced into it, when the possibility of pain exists only as knowledge, not as experience. Because once the blade begins its work, there is no longer a question of if, only how much, and how long. And somewhere, in another room, under another dim light, another body is already being held in place, already breathing too fast, already understanding too late what has been decided for it. How many of them knew that survival would not be the end of it?